I've had my period for 34 years, and only recently, when investigating perimenopause, did I realize that to minimize my perimenopause and menopause symptoms, I first needed to learn about my period and take action to heal it. I've discovered so many things that would have made my life so much easier if only I knew about them earlier. My name is Claudia, I'm a 45 years old holistic nutrition coach with a master's in human nutrition and dietetics, and I help busy women in their 40s take control of their health. Different hormones play different roles during the various phases of the menstrual cycle. For example, by focusing on estrogen in the follicular phase, the first 2 weeks, and progesterone in the luteal phase, in the last 2 weeks, I took the first step to support my hormones and cycle. Did you know that hormones follow a hierarchy? It turns out that cortisol, the stress hormone, can indirectly stop the production of sex hormones, estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone. I already knew that stress is bad for my health, but I certainly didn't know it could impact my period in such a way. Luckily though, oxytocin can overpower cortisol. I used to believe that my PMS symptoms were genetic and I couldn't do anything about it. Well, I was definitely wrong on that, and I'm angry that no one ever told me about it. I've learned that with the right foods and hormonal supports, my PMS can drastically improve, and I don't have to suffer like a victim anymore. Our moods ebb and flow like ocean tides during the menstrual cycle, and that's because our sex hormones ebb and flow during our cycle. Recognizing these patterns gives me a heads up on what to expect emotionally. I've learned self-compassion for my mood swings because hey, it's science! Just like my hormones, my meal plan changes through phases too. Iron foods during menstruation, glucose-friendly meals leading up to ovulation. It's all about synchronized eating. I'll have days towards the end of the cycle when I will be craving more carbs because my progesterone needs them. And that's when I will have some yummy good carbs ready at home that will intercept any junk food cravings. There is a lot more to learn about food and the menstrual cycle. And that's why, as a holistic nutrition coach, I have decided to create a course where I teach you how to use nutrition to support a healthy cycle and balance your hormones naturally. In the course, you will understand your menstrual cycle on many levels, and we will go into details in each phase. It also includes recipes and meal plans to make it easier for you to support your hormones throughout the month. Avoid PMS, and if you are perimenopausal like me, maintaining a healthy period for as long as you can before menopause hits for real. If this is something you would benefit from, check out the link in the description box. When working out, I always noticed that some days I felt stronger and some days I felt weaker, but I could never pinpoint the real reason. Guess what? I now know that during the follicular phase, I feel the strongest, and I can push my workouts lifting heavier weights. However, the last 10 days of my luteal phase, I have to reduce weights and sets. Sometimes I also skip multiple gym days during that phase, and now that I know why, I don't feel guilty about it. I didn't used to track my period because I always thought, well, what's the point? Eventually it will show up. Until it stopped showing up. Tracking our period is important for 2 reasons. The first one is because we want to have that information easily available during doctor's visits. The second reason is that by tracking, you know what to expect. Every single day you will have an idea on your energy levels and moods, and that will make it easier to plan your weeks in a more efficient way. During my luteal phase, especially the week leading up to my periods, I might have moments when I will be snappy at people. When I connect this behavior to my menstrual cycle, I make sure to talk to my hubby and tell him that in the next few days I need extra love and support. And I apologize in advance if I end up snapping at him. I used to have a one-size-fits-all approach to fasting, and I used to fast around 14 to 15 hours daily. However, adapting my fasting schedule to my cycle made a huge difference. I now know that estrogen likes low blood sugar and fasting helps with that. On the other hand, progesterone doesn't like any type of stress, so 13 hours of fasting should be the longest. The journey of understanding my cycle has been liberating. Adapting to each phase is empowering. It makes me feel more in control than ever. I never thought I would say this, but it feels great to honor my cycle. Now, I want you to remember that everyone's body is different. So listen closely, experiment lovingly, and thrive on your own terms. If you're picky over the horizon at menopause, I recommend watching this video next, where I share my fears about it and what's my plan for the immediate future. If you're new to my channel and want to take control of your health, make sure you subscribe right here to watch new videos every Wednesday. Thanks so much for tuning in e ci vediamo nel prossimo video. Ciao!